So I'm going to tell you a bit about DiscNet. So DiscNet is a data intensive science centre, and our strapline is that we're training the future leaders for tomorrow's data science challenges. So what are we? We're a network where we're training PhD students, primarily physics students, to tackle data science challenges. We've got about 70 students at the moment. Across 4 cohorts, so we've had students now for 4 years. We've got our first students who are actually graduating now and going on and going out into the real world and getting jobs. We work in partnership across different institutions, and you can see the universities that are partners in this at the bottom, and also with the Science and Technologies Facilities Council, who gave us initial funding. And we're actually one of 8 centres for doctoral training that STFC have funded. So I'm, yes, sorry, I just thought, are you seeing the main slide or the presenter slide? I just realised that
we're seeing the main slide there, Seb, so the Data Intensive Science Network. Okay,
thanks. So there are 8 of these centres across the UK. One of the common things about these is that the students' research project is, for most of the students, is in either particle physics or astrophysics. So that's what they're spending 3.5 years researching, the fundamental laws of physics or the fundamental properties of the universe. So we've been talking a lot about space today. And in that sense, these students are users of space technology, looking at using it to understand, or many of them looking to understand the distant universe and how things have changed and what the properties of the universe are. The universities that have come together to form DiscNet provide real world-class expertise, and in fact, it's about 10% of the entire UK activity in particle physics and astrophysics is kind of included in these 5 institutions that are here in the southeast. So this is really world-class research that's being done. Now, DiscNet, I'm going to blow our trumpet here. The STFC reviewed each of the training centres, the 8 CDTs, and they awarded 2 of us a grade A in that review. And their comment was a lot of thought that got into the design and structure of a well-managed and impressive CDT responsive to student feedback. So we were very pleased with that, of course. But what is it that we do? Well, firstly, what do we offer the students? Well, of course, we offer them research skills development, both through their research project, but also with the training that we offer and the community. And the community is really important. So there are, there's a large number of students, 70 across these 4 cohorts, as I said. And we bring those together into residential workshops when there isn't a pandemic on, and get them to kind of work together. We give them interesting challenges, again, both in their research projects, but also, and a really important part of the training centre is that we give them placements in companies. So each student will have to do 6 months of placements in non-university environments, usually broken down into 2 3-month placements. And those are things that are not connected directly with their research project, but using all of the sorts of skills, the data science skills, machine learning, AI, etc. And so this prepares them for their careers. Many of the ones who've kind of come to the end have already been offered employment by the people who hosted them on their placements, and a couple have set up their own companies, and they're working for and others are working for organisations that have been made, where the connections have come through DiscNet. So this is what the training program looks like. There's some students at a residential workshop, so very hands-on training. and they learn skills such as the ones illustrated on the right there: big data, statistics, machine learning, and deep learning, high performance computing, and scalable programming. They are really amazing students, and I'm just going to give you one example here. This is Heidi, and Heidi, while she was a DiscNet student, she set up a company called spacecareers.uk, which was looking at the needs of the space sector for certain skills, the skills gaps that it had, and she was awarded a Sir Arthur Clarke Award for her achievements. And the photo on the left is her, second from the right, at a visit to Parliament, which she went on. And of course, there's many other students as well, and others who've achieved similar great things. What are the benefits for companies? Working with us and taking our students on placements allows de-risking of research and development concepts, and you get access to the skills that the students have. They're experts in machine learning and AI, skilled in Python, high performance computing, etc. And I think importantly, they're great problem solvers, right? They're using these skills to solve their research challenges, but they have skills in big data handling and data analysis and so on. And we know there's a high demand for data scientists, so a company working with our students can build up a relationship with people who might become their future employees, and we're locally based, so that kind of makes that really easy. And it's also an opportunity to develop a better relationship with the universities, working with the academics, the supervisors of the students, influencing the training agenda, solving problems, deeper problems with university academics, and also giving access to funding, e.g., through Innovate UK, which is funding that's available for collaborations between universities and companies. But also we're working with companies who are providing training or talks to the students, and so building up relationships that way. So these are the kind of partners that we've worked with. These are people who've provided placements for us, many of whom come back again and again for more students. And you can see a wide range there, from public sector, charities, big multinationals to SMEs and so on. So something kind of for everyone there. This is a list of some of our placement projects that we've run. These are sort of focused on ones related to space, deep learning exploration using satellite data and geotechnical models, developing state-of-the-art tools for semi-automatic Earth observation, data labeling, building a change detection tool for SAR satellite imagery, detecting large mobile objects, and building predictive models, and so on. So there's many kind of examples where these students produce real value to the companies, and great experience for the students as well, of course. So I'll give you an example. This is not space related, but this was a project with an SME in Brighton, which started with a hack day where we brought a company in, and then it went to a placement project where a student went off to work with this company. And what the company did is they put high resolution cameras in tourist attraction areas, hotels and so on, and they kind of film, time-lapse photos, which are used for PR for the attraction. But what they do, one of the sort of the values that the company had, is that they process this data and they look for interesting images that the companies can use in their promotional materials. So what this project was that the student would put in some machine learning processes to identify from streams of pictures that in this case were taken to look towards the London Eye, to look for where things looked interesting. And in this case, you can imagine that day by day, the picture of the London Eye doesn't look that interesting, but every now and then something spectacular happens. And so this machine learning algorithm would pick out these particular things. So here's an example where it picked out a firework display. And so that could be used So the company now use this in their workflow. So that's a bit of a kind of a quick tour through DiscNet. If you want to know more, if you want to know how to join us as a student, if you want to know how to work with us as a company, then do contact Michelle Limbert, our placement manager. Her contact details are there, or contact me, Seb Oliver at University of Sussex, and we'd be very happy to talk to you. And in fact, it's a very good time to talk to us right now, because we're just about to put in a new bid for new funding for DiscNet, and so we're really looking for partners who'd be happy to work with us going forward. And I will stop there. Thank you very much.